Hey, this is Charles Graham reporting for a student dialogue summary. It's for CU 1000 requirement. So my student dialogue was religion and morality. Do you have to have the other two to have good morality? You have to be religious, and that's what we discussed in our dialogue. Uh, Basically, we had some very active voices, two polar opposites. One side was you have to have religion to be a morally sound person. Say we're just explaining that the book is all about morals. That's where morality comes from. And if it wasn't for the Bible, there wouldn't be morals and standards. And then there was another guy who said that you don't have to be religious to be morally sound. You just have to know what's right or wrong, and your motives just have to be based on what you feel is right and wrong, not necessarily like if you're going to heaven or hell. Uh, Definitely some reserved voices in this dialogue. At the beginning, not a lot of people were talking. There's just a bunch of the people that ask us questions. We would kind of just look around, just obvious what's expected. People were just nervous and things. So what did I play? My role was when the conductor asked a question, I helped her out by answering it, trying to stem some conversation, and eventually we started getting the flow. Everyone started talking, and we just had people going at it. So remember, I talked about those two sides. We had one guy who said, without religion, you're not going to be morally right, and the other guy was talking about how you can be fine without religion. And eventually, that we kind of went off and strayed, and people. Then we started debating evolution in religion. So I think we did achieve a pretty good dialogue, considering that we got to into another subject. So that shows that we were kind of improvising and leading our own way without just answering questions and not conversing with each other. I think this was a great opportunity for students to voice their opinions, and it's a great way to show what college is about, which is taking what you know and putting your opinion on it and trying to explain to other people. I think it's a great tool for communication and everything, and I think every freshman should do it again. One thing I didn't like is I didn't really like the people conducting. I didn't think the questions were right. I didn't think they asked the right questions because we really never we talked about morality, but then we kind of trailed off and started talking about other things. I think if it would have had better questions, better preparations, we could have had a really nice conversation. But I didn't feel that happened. Uh, but it's definitely a useful tool for the university. I learned a lot because at the beginning I thought, man, yeah, morality has nothing to do with the Bible. Well, I thought it did, but I thought, you can live without, you could be a moral person with the Bible. But then people started convincing me that morality does come from the Bible. The Bible started with society. People learned their morals from society, from the Bible, and eventually people who split away from the Bible still have morals that come from the Bible. So the question is, can you have morality without religion? And I think you can't, because religion set up the basis for morality. And now people are just who aren't religious are still using the same morals that are taught in the book and in the Bible and by Christian values and everything. Uh, but definitely, and then there's another side, or another topic that they try to that I got convinced on was the fact that uh, you really don't. Your motives have to be. A guy explained that the reason he's not religious, but he still has moral values, is because he believes that what he does to other people will eventually come back and harm. Well, it'll be he believes in karma basically. So he treats people and has good standards, good morals, because he feels as though it'll come back to him. Like he's not going to be mean to a person because eventually it's going to come back that someone's going to be mean to him. And I think that was a very good point, because there are a lot of people in the world who don't believe in a religion, and I still believe that you could still have good morals, even though they came from the religious baseline. I still believe I believe that if you have a motive, you can still be a morally sound person without religion. And I think that was a very good point, and it was really cool to see two different sides talking and having both good points. And now you have me, who has I've taken two of the highlights from both sides and put them together, and this just made me a better person, because now I know I can answer this question better now because I've heard two sides, I've conversed with people, and now I feel like I know the topic better. And to conclude the question, you can definitely be a good moral person without religion.